I'm sitting here watching Donald Trump and Dr. Phil. And I just have some thoughts here. I've watched, against my own will, videos of Kamala Harris speaking. And when she's not cackling, she looks scared, lost, and confused. And I remember back in the Obama days, there was this countdown on Fox News. How long it's been since Obama had a press conference. I can see here, we've had 38 days since Kamala, took that spot, replaced Biden, and she hadn't had a press conference. When she's timid about doing the press with the media that will kiss her ass, how is she going to handle Vladimir Putin? Now, you can say what you will about President Trump, because this is a, freedom of speech country. You cannot say things that are, out of line in other countries like North Korea. But you can say what you will about Donald Trump. He doesn't hate people. He might not like somebody. When Taylor... I'm a Swiftie and a Trump supporter, and it's weird, okay? When Taylor Swift came out and said that, yeah, F him. He didn't say, oh, well, F you too. He said, yeah, I just like her music 25% less. He didn't come out and say, oh, she's trash. She can't pick a man. He didn't do what the liberals would have done. Oh, my God, could you imagine if she said that about Obama? Obama would say, well, that's why Beyonce's better. Kanye was right. It doesn't make sense. And if my president candidate was forced out of a race, I would be signing all the petitions to have this undone. Because if the person I didn't vote for was going for my party, I have watched President Trump walk out of interviews because they throw him the hard questions, the hardball questions. And with Kamala, with Biden, it was spoon feeding him praise and comments, And President Trump would say, look, you don't ask these same questions of Joe Biden. Why? Why? They couldn't answer that. So the media will suck the asshole of the left. Okay, they will kick the Republicans in the penis and suck the assholes of the left. And Kamala cannot cackle her way through a press conference with Vladimir Putin. Trump has done so much for this country, and y'all are just stupid to think he hasn't. How many presidents, Google this yourself because I've already done my research. How many presidents have said, we're going to, push the capital of Jerusalem, Israel to Jerusalem? They said they were going to do it. Bush did it. Everybody, all these people did it, and Trump did it. How many presidents have touched the Wailing Wall in Israel? How many presidents have been to the DMZ of North Korea? I'll wait. To think that someone, this word, if you just have to know, she's timid. This girl is fucking timid. She's scared to death of her own media. And that's sad because they will, glad hand her, and they will just, do a reach around with Biden. If she doesn't answer the questions and won't do it without her babysitting handler over here, Tim AWOLs, oh God. Y'all, this woman is going to have the nuclear codes, the nuclear football. She is going to have the respect of Kim Jong-un, of Vladimir Putin, of that little fuckboy in Ukraine. Oh, that gravy train is running out there, buddy. Timid, showing lack of courage or confidence, easily frightened. Oh God, there's a picture of Kamala right there beside it. Yes. But would you want her to go up there looking timid with the people in power that have nuclear weapons? I don't. This guy right here. My favorite president ever. I have his bus over there. Have videos and movies and books. I've learned about that one. Kamala is not that one. She couldn't accomplish what he did with the Bay of Pigs. Yes, it was a disaster. It was awful. But she would have laughed her ass off and handed it over to the next guy. Okay? For 13 days in October, this guy right here held off blockades in Cuba. Okay? This guy would not want the illegals pouring in over the country. This guy and his brother would be proud of Bobby. I am proud of Bobby. My love for this family right here, it's very high up on the list. He is one of my favorite people to ever exist. And I've read so many books. But I had the opportunity to meet Bobby, and he was just so charismatic. I get emotional with this guy because I love him very much. I really do. But Bobby and Jack would be so proud of Bobby for what he's doing today. This man would be a Republican under today's standards. Do you know what religion that guy was? Catholic. You know what they do not believe in? Abortion. Or birth control. His mother, Rose Kennedy, had 9 children and buried 4. Now, of course, Rosemary was a whole story in and of itself, but would be a Republican today. They do not believe in abortion in the Catholic Church. That's why you've heard so many priests say, I would not give communion to Joe Biden. Okay? Because he believes in abortion. Now, flip-flopping. So we've seen Kamala flip-flop on some things lately. She wants the wall now. Everything Trump says, she does. Well, she does too. Trump, if you're gay, you're gay. He doesn't really want to date men. But if you're gay, you're gay, and he respects that. He just doesn't participate. Biden, for the longest time, was that Catholic that doesn't like gay marriage. People change. They evolve. No, people change to what the voters want. Okay? Hillary didn't, like gay marriage. Biden, Obama. But Obama did this for gay marriage. And, he didn't do it for the gay marriage. He did it for the gay vote. A gay vote counts just as much as a straight vote. But you cannot be Catholic and kill your fetus. It's called a fetus. Okay? That's why this guy right here would not have gone to the DNC with an abortion van up front. Like, for real. I think that at the DNC, do not come, they mentioned Trump over close to 500 times. Well, you said that he only mentioned Biden twice, but Biden's not running. Look here, ho. When the RNC took place, it was still Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. He didn't pull out till after the RNC. Did not pull out till after. Google it. The left, are obsessed with him. My uncle included. He hates Trump. It's not that he loves Biden or loves Kamala. He hates Trump. He's a Democrat. We don't talk about that. We don't talk much at all. I'm anti-vax for COVID. He is. And I told his granddaughter, your biggest haters are your biggest fans. Take your grandfather, for instance. Every book about Donald Trump, every segment on the news, every article online, everything that mentions Donald J. Trump, that man watches and reads. He could tell you more about Donald Trump than I can. So, Trump lives rent-free in his head. We didn't obsess about the Democrats at the RNC. We obsessed about America. I also think that for me to sit here and see this Trump derangement syndrome be so crazy, because they will vote for this jar of peanut water, I got it out just for that bit, over Trump. Now, this jar of peanut butter right here, if they like, crunchy, this is creamy, but they're going to settle for creamy, but they love the crunchy, but they're going to settle for the creamy just because it's not Donald J. Trump. Okay? Are you getting me now? I have a sock on the floor over there that they would vote for over Trump because it's not Trump. That sock has no policies. It has no meaning. But they would vote for him, for that sock over Trump. That's how deranged they are. Name 5 policies that are not Trump's. If you are listening to this, why are you listening to this? I don't understand. But if you're actually open-minded and listen to the opponents and the opposing sides, hi, we can be friends. If you're listening to this, tell me 5 reasons you're voting for Kamala that have nothing to do with Trump or his policies. I'll wait. I had a comment on one of my posts or my videos on here. I am a 50-year uninformed Democrat. He voted for 50 years in the Democrats because he's a black man. And that's what he was taught to do, because the black church will teach them how to vote Democrat. And I'll tell you that right now. True story. But he was a 50-year black Democrat voter until he did his own research. I've done my research into that one. I know he was not the most perfect man in the world. I know the things he did. But still a Republican today. I can think for myself. I can appreciate what that man did for this country. I am a Trump supporting Swiftie, and that's weird because I am in the Swiftie groups, and my profile picture on Instagram, Facebook, and the YouTubes is me and President Trump. Now, I've met President Trump. I have not met Taylor Swift, and I'm probably never going to meet Taylor Swift. Whatever. But I love America more than I love them both. So being a Swiftie that supports Trump is kind of hard because people are assholes. I made a comment that, I was hoping Taylor wasn't going to sing Florida until she went to Florida. And this one bitch went on there and said, maybe it's because of your profile picture. Oh, you mean lady on the internet. Oh, I can't believe you said that. I'm not going to Florida. Who gives a shit? I was just making a statement, and she made it political. They just stupid and mean. I retorted something, whatever, but my uncle, like I said, we don't really talk because I like Trump. Well, that, and when his son and grandchildren came to my house, I gave them stickers that said, Joe Biden, I did this. And I showed them an FJB. It just said FJB. It didn't even say F Joe Biden. It said FJB. I showed them a sticker, and I guess they took it home and they put it in his house. Whatever. But when the vaccine came out, he got mad at me for not taking the vaccine. Well, let me tell you something. Free thinker over here. Still, oh God. I got Fox News telling me what's going on. I wasn't gonna do what they forced me to do. Hell no. I'm not someone that's gonna sit there and be forced to do something against my will. And I used this on him, and he got so mad. I said, my body, my choice. That's the thing, right? We didn't talk for 6 months. I said, when they have rules for themselves, and for us, but not themselves. We had someone here in South Carolina that had customers come to her house and do their hair and got arrested. But here Nancy Pelosi is going into a damn salon, getting her hair done with no mask. It's rules for thee, not for me. So once they abide by the rules, I will too. But until I inject them with that shot, after I see it come out of the actual tubing, I don't believe they got it. Honest to God. You can't trust a politician. We have 67 days till the election. And I'm not nervous about November 5th. I'm hella nervous about November 6th around 3:30 in the morning. And for any damn Democrat to sit here and say, oh, well, Trump called it a fraudulent election. We would never do that. Hillary Rodham Clinton, your female Madam President hoe, called him, and others, called him an illegitimate president. Google it. Yeah, they called him an illegitimate president. It's okay when y'all do it, right? Liberal logic, you can't use their logic against them. Heaven forbid. Liberal and logic don't go together. But yes, Hillary called him an illegitimate president for almost 4 years. Look, I didn't get to enjoy that presidency because it was just chaos after chaos after chaos after chaos after chaos. Okay? It was awful. I couldn't sit there and say, oh, that's my president. It was like, Russia, Russia, Russia. Hunter's laptop. I got flagged on fact checkers because of Hunter Biden. That was the first time I ever got flagged for having a fact checker. Then I blocked all them damn sons of bitches. All of them. I have like 40, no, closer to 100 fact checkers on Facebook blocked because it was insane. I had a lot fact checked. Mark Hamill has something fact checked on his Instagram right now, and I called it out. I'm sick and tired of Mark Hamill and his bullshit. I love Star Wars. But damn. He's all in that liberal dick. It's like a sausage fest over there with liberals. Just throwing it. He'll take every liberal pee-pee he can get. Damn. His comments are brutal. And I'm in there. Nikki Haley actually blocked me. Because she was going after Trump and I went after her. Nimarata, I called her. And then I asked how her two affair partners were doing. That's when she blocked me. So. Yeah. I will say President Trump did just speak about how the Secret Service reacted to him being shot. A Democrat would have thrown them under the bus. They did a good job. They were brave. But if that had happened to Joe Biden, it would have been, oh my God, nobody's been fired for things. We had 13 Marines killed in Afghanistan. And that bullshit pullout that his daddy should have done 80-something years ago. Nobody was fired for that. If you take your car to a mechanic and instead of putting grease in there, they put peanut butter, are you going to still work for you going to take your car to that guy? No. If someone ain't doing their job, fire them. This guy will do it. Oh, he fired so many people in his cabinet. Good. If they were not doing the job that they said they could do, I would want them to be fired. I hope a mechanic puts peanut butter on someone's freaking brakes or whatever, or wherever the hell grease goes in a car. Because then you would actually go to a different mechanic. It doesn't make sense at all.
He would have been
He's
shooting at
praising
the
them
And in
for being
addition,
so
we
quick to
would have had other
react.
people killed. This could have been like that
Like-
Las Vegas disaster where that horrible human being killed a lot of people at a concert.
55 at Jason
Has this
Aldean.
changed you? Has it changed your appreciation for life? Has it changed anything
Like-
about you? Did
If you're not doing the right job, you're fired. Why would you expect that? Why would you not hold that same level of merit to the people that run this damn country?
Very dangerous
By the way,
place.
he has
I'm
been
doing an
here
interview in Secret Service said, "Sir,
to the
please,
border
no
more than the
standing up.
borders
No more
are.
stand up." You know,
She's
people-
not in the borders are. Yes, she is.
especially with the kind of weapons
Yes,
that
she is.
people have shot.
The Google machine will tell you that. This is not a Mandela effect, people. She's the borders are.
It's a great job. It's an interesting job. You can do so much good, but it's a dangerous job.
Being president is dangerous. People will take a shot at you.
you may have
JFK,
been spared
Lincoln,
to serve,
Reagan.
and to do that as president of the United States, you have to defeat Kamala Harris on November 5th. First, what do you think?
I'm
of her
praying
as
that
a
we
person?
take
What do you think
California.
of Kamala Harris as a
I
person?
pray for
Just
President
a
Trump
person.
every night.
Well, I don't
I pray for
know.
Israel, President Trump, my
You
dog,
get to know people when you watch
and
them
my
on
few friends.
television or when you see
I don't
them
like
in
people and
real
I don't trust
life.
people.
But
So you don't know a person.
she's a Marxist. Well, I can see by action. She's a person that wanted to defund the police very strongly.
Yep.
Bailed out a lot of people in Minnesota from jails. Who did
Oh, y'all forgot
bad
that.
things.
She defunded the
Saw
police.
that very loud and clear then.
What happened in Minneapolis,
A lot of bad
Minnesota?
things, done a lot of bad
They had a lot of bad shit go down there.
There'll be no drilling.
Also,
Quite a while.
let's not forget, and I'm going to go on a little tangent here. In 2020, we were told to stay at home. This has been the longest damn 2 weeks of my life, by the way, to flatten the curve. Stay at home, social distance, and while your father, your husband, your brother, your mom, your sister, while your grandmother is in that hospital dying, you can't go in there. You cannot go be with your family member that's dying right now because of this illness, this oh my God, this virus. Why the hell were people allowed to go peacefully protest in the streets? Need a mask on. They didn't work. I'm heated now. They didn't work. Okay? Fauci said, you gotta trust the science. And the scientists said they didn't work. See, they don't like it when we throw their shit back in their face. My body, my choice. Trust the science. The science says they don't work. But in the year of 2020, we were not allowed to be with our family. You cannot go to that funeral for your grandmother that just died alone in a hospital, scared. But y'all can go in the streets because a felon was killed. Because a felon. I'm not saying he wasn't worth anything, but let's not forget, felon. Okay? He was actually a felon. He's not a felon. Trump's not a felon. Okay? In the court he is, but no, he's not. But we're going to go protest peacefully, and we're going to set buildings on fire. And Tim Aguil's wife said that she just let the windows open so she could smell the burning, the tires and the rubber. Smell it. Let's fact check that one, okay? While your family died and you couldn't be at gatherings, they were protesting in the street and burning down Minneapolis and Seattle and all these other places that are Democratic. But you can't go to your grandmother's funeral. Rules for thee and not for me. The rule, well, and if you notice this year, by the freaking way, June 2nd, nobody blacked out for Black Lives Matter. June 2nd don't matter no more for Black Lives Matter, okay? Because this year, Black Lives Matter has realized that they don't mean shit to the Democratic Party because Biden won and they still haven't had a meeting with him. You know? So black lives no longer matter to the Democrats. It's the Palestinian lives that matter now, and the illegal lives. So just let that matter for you, you know. Remember that. The Democrats want the black community to be fatherless and on poverty and under their control. Fatherless. Put them all in jail. Kamala laughed as people were put in jail. A guy was almost killed on death row. And the courts forced her to give up the evidence. See, she cackles. They want the black community fatherless, poor, and indebted to them. The Democrats wanted slavery. The Republicans fought for it. The Democrats wanted to lynch all the black people. The Republicans fought for it, against it. Okay? The KKK was founded by a Democrat. A Democrat. Okay? Do some actual research on some shit. Don't be what the media tells me voter. Think for yourself. That's why I can support this guy and this guy in the same lifetime. Because they are more alike than he is to the dump commander-in-chief on the beach right now. Okay? This guy and this guy have more in common.
The power, they don't have the power. You know, they have all sorts of nice contraptions, but they don't
Republican
have
today.
It's fine, but it
and you know why it's so damn hot?
It destroys the fields.
Y'all have taken all the damn trees out.
You know how economists...
Y'all have taken the damn trees out. There's no wind to blow. Okay? That's why it's damn hot. Y'all the reason for this global warming bullshit.
Take a look at the environmentalists love it. Why do they love it? It kills all the birds. Walk to the bottom of a windmill and take a look. It looks like a bird cemetery. But you need the fossil fuel. She's totally against it. And you know, politicians, when they're against something early, that's where they're going to be. And if she got in, she would not allow fracking in Pennsylvania. She will not allow drilling all over the place. The only reason she's allowing it now is they were ending everything, and all of a sudden prices started to go up through the roof. And they say, go back to the Trump policy for a little while. But if she won this election, she'd go to things that won't work.
Drill, baby, drill.
Scam, I call it. And it'll be very bad. I think she'd be worse than Biden. Biden was the worst president in the history of our country. She's going down as the worst vice president. I mean, she was known 5 weeks ago. She was known as a joke. She was known as a terrible vice president. Laughed at, scoffed at. They wanted him out, but they didn't want her. They would have done anything to get anybody on the list. You know, they had a list of 10 people. And they put her on the list, and she came in 11th. She was the last on the list, actually, in terms of professionalism, in terms of everything else. Then all of a sudden they realized that's not going to be politically acceptable. They didn't want to do it. They didn't have the guts to make that move. And they ended up with her. And then the fake news media, of course, got right behind her. And at this moment, she can do no wrong. But if you follow politics and if you see what she said, she'll destroy this country with her tax increases and everything else.